And we're back. Welcome back to Enscroll. We left off last time on this right here, day 4, where I'm trying to figure out what this bard wants us to actually do. Okay. So bewilders those who behold it. Ah. What if I was to do water and fire, maybe? Maybe more fire? No. Element of fire. And then element of earth. No. Element of air. Wonder what happens if we amplify this though. High pressure steam, okay. Not what I was going for. Air, fire maybe? More air? Fire. Okay, how about 2 fires, then 1 water, right in the middle? No. I actually wonder. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to figure this one out. Right. I do not know how you're supposed to figure that out, but it is to create a mist and then just in outside like that. Voila! Wonder what happens if we go amplifier. Okay, yeah, no, let's not confuse people's minds. And as for I think duration doesn't mind. Say a week. If we can get to our stamp, that is. There we go. Right. Perfect. Send it this way. And I have to remember that one. Right. Set off. We're gonna have to pay a lot in money. Okay. Let's head in. Oh! Awesome. So we can now inscribe up to 5 symbols on a scroll. Like winter's bloom that breaks through the frozen gloom. Though not what I did see, yet beauty I spy. A poet's trained eye finds worth where others peak. This too shall find its place, though different from its grace, I sought thee in revere. Oh no. Okay, I may have done it a bit too long, man. Right. In that case, let us send this away. And right. Let's get this on. I am Count Otto von Westmark. I have come across your notice on the town bulletin board, offering assistance with ancient text interpretation, which prompted me to send this letter. 3 weeks ago, a particular incident occurred in the dark forest at the edge of my domain. When villagers reported seeing azure lights deep in the woods, I personally led a search party to investigate. There we discovered an ancient temple. The temple, it appears to be built from shadows themselves. Even in moonlight, they cast no shadows, and our torches failed to cast any light upon those walls. Stranger still was the air within. Each breath felt as though we were inhaling dust, yet nothing was visible to the eye. Suddenly, during our search, my adjutant, Creighton, exhibited bizarre behavior. He suddenly claimed someone is calling and walked forward. His form gradually became translucent, transforming into a shadow. Our attempts to seize him were as futile as trying to grasp mist. He disappeared, dispersed like dust and vanished, leaving only his shadow eternally etched into the cold stone wall. A stele discovered at the temple's central altar bore inscriptions alongside damaged symbols. The Sage of Shadows speaks thus: I am the stone of being and void, placed here by the sorcerer of darkness. Dust shall become shadow, shadow shall turn to dust, reality shall seep into illusion. For the time it takes the moon goddess to exchange seats with the solar night, this magic shall hold true. Before this stone, I performed the magic of void and dust. Creighton has a young daughter. I know not what to tell the child. Perhaps if we can locate the magic scroll indicated by the inscription, we might yet retrieve him. I implore you to inform me of which magic scroll inscription refers to. Okay. So I can see 2 of you, 1 of you. Actually, wait, let's do this. And I want you to go right in the middle. And fire down here. Perfect. And then overlap like that. However, looks like is amplified twice. Perfect. Magic to meld with shadows. Was there a duration? No. Perfect. I believe that is what we are looking for. Oh, did not mean to do that. Send it away. Right. Dear wizard, 'tis I, Thunderbolt Axel, son of the mighty Iron Fist Oracle, who got no help from the useless magic scroll, written to ye again from the yellowed forest, to seek your aid once more. First off, I've got good news and bad news. The good news be that I finally found that cursed thief. The bad news be that the scoundrel had friends, nay. Let me collect that. He had a whole army of them. But an even bigger problem has arose. Me loyal but dim-witted Lieutenant Narax, ignoring every order from his superior, that be me, went and got himself captured by them rogues while acting on his own. Blast that troll. I've grown rather fond of the big oaf. Now I've got to rescue both me precious Wax and me foolish subordinate Narax. While I'd love nothing more than to pummel those thieving dogs with me iron fists, in me noble dwarven wisdom, I reckon I'd be needing a scroll that lets me sneak into their stronghold, and seeing as this mission concerns me honor, I'll need to approach it with the utmost caution. I figure I'll need about a week to survey this situation and craft the perfect plan. Having access to magic during that time would be mighty helpful to its noble dwarf. Of course, whether things go according to a plan is another matter here, entirely. Okay, so we need a invisibility potion, perhaps. Maybe one more air. Nope. Aha! Perfect. Erase presence and become invisible. Perfect. And a week. Yep. Let's send this to our good friend Thrumhold Axel. I wonder. Yeah. Send it away and get a new one. Oh, it's Irene. Hello, this is Irene. We previously requested a magic scroll. I was worried whether this magic scroll would truly help my plan, or if it would end up discovered by my parents and sent back home. The path to leaving the village under pretense of visiting at the clinic was more nerve-wracking than expected. But every moment was new and fascinating. As I walked, my mind drifted to stories of ancient ruins I had heard at the inn. Those tales had seemingly taken root deep in my heart like seeds. Making up an excuse about gathering herbs, I ventured deeper into the yellow forest. The place was quiet and mysterious, as if it had been waiting for me. Perhaps my desire to create stories I could someday share with others was too strong. However, what I saw in the ruins was different from the adventure I had imagined. In a split earth, I found a dwarf in deep sleep. Then suddenly a massive troll appeared. Frightened, I hid behind a rock. When I looked again, I saw villagers fighting against the troll. The villagers barely managed to bind the troll with ropes, but the binding seemed to be too weak. What's even stranger is that the sleeping dwarf is now suspiciously circling around the village fortress. Could there be a connection with the troll? I can still hear the troll's rough breathing. The ropes seem ready to snap at any moment. If a strong storm were to blow, the village might be in danger. Is there a wind spell that could bind a troll's feet, but not strong enough to harm villagers? Even if it only lasts a day, I want to buy time for the villagers to escape. Okay, so it seems they may get to know each other fairly soon. Okay, to compress air. I wonder. Alright. So if we go like that, and then maybe an earth and water, and then overlap these slightly. Nope. 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 Think of fire maybe. Fire and water. Need something to bind it. Okay. Right. I'll be right back while I try figuring this out. Okay. So I think if I add another one here, like thus, we amplificate that to a gust of wind. That's yeah. Let's try this one. All right, Irene. Send that on our way. So we've done well. Aha, here we go. I fear I made a terrible mistake. Oh, Cyrene, I fear I made a terrible mistake. Your gust magic scroll, rather than hindering the troll, seems to have made it stronger. When the magic touched the scroll, its movements became faster and its punches more powerful. I watched helplessly as fleeing villagers were swept away like autumn leaves. I wanted to help the villagers, but instead I've put them in greater danger, and my heart is heavy with guilt. Still, I am grateful that during the chaos created by the gust magic, some villagers managed to escape quickly. Oh damn. I, Thornhold Axton, son of the mighty Iron Fist Thorngrim, wish to express my gratitude for the brilliant magic scroll. Thanks to your mighty scroll, the Murlocs couldn't sense this mighty dwarf's presence at all. It was like I didn't taste a cherry. Being able to move this quietly was truly a remarkable experience for me. As I crept around their fortress, them dim-witted thieves were still drunk and making a racket. Made finding Narax easy as pie. After all, there was only one cell big enough to hold a troll of his size. When I found Narax, the big oaf was snoring away in the corner of his cell. Ha! That's me dim-witted but loyal Lieutenant Yee. Hold on. Would you like to hear the tale of the glorious battle? Narax and I started delivering what we called divine punishment to these thieving dogs. I saw it with my own eyes. Every time Narax swung his massive hands, the thieves went flying through the air like autumn leaves. I wouldn't die alive, mind ye. Every time he valiant fist connected with the thief's jaw, teeth shattered like shining stars. Finally, when I found a treacherous thief to deceive me, beautiful wax was never to be seen. After some persuasive questioning, the wench confessed he sold me precious wax to a fence at Lake Athen. The moment I heard that, the mighty yet wolven fist delivered the traditional Blackrock Gorge clan greeting right to his face. Might need your help again. Here's a generous reward for your troubles. We found quite a collection of valuables in that den of thieves. Oh, and Narax wishes to express his gratitude as well. Gorm. With deepest gratitude from Hodel Axborn. Ah, that's nice. Ah, here we go. Okay. Thanks to the scroll you provided, we finally discovered traces of Crichton. Upon unfolding the scroll, the wall bearing his shadow began to dissolve gradually, revealing a narrow passage beyond. In that passage, we discovered Crichton's footprints. Oddly, these prints were distorted, as if someone had forcibly dragged him away, leading ever deeper. We followed these traces downwards and made a new discovery. I shall request your assistance again in the near future. Jesus Christ, we actually made a lot. Nice. Right. I am going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. As always, link in the description below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.